Hi friends, today we will see the topic that is design a finite automata which accepts the even number of 0 and even number of 1. So in this machine you are going to process the input that is 0 and 1, and the machine should halt when my string is having the even number of 0 and even number of 1. Means consider 0 0 1 1, that is even number of 0 and even number of 1. So the machine should enter into the final state. Might be 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. Again it's an even number of 0 and even number of 1. So again the machine should enter into the final state. Might be 0 0 1 1 1 1. Again the machine should enter into the final state for this particular string. If my input is, say, suppose 1 0 1, the machine should not enter into the final state. Means what are the combination, what are the possible output for this even number of 0 and even number of 1? The machine should enter when it having even number of 0 and even number of 1. The machine should not enter when it does not have any of this combination. But what will be the possible output? The possible output will be first even number of 0 and even number of 1. The machine should enter into the final state. What will be again next? Even number of 0 and odd number of 1. This will be the second possible. Third possible, odd number of 0 and even number of 1. And the last possible is odd number of 0 and odd number of 1. So these are the possible outputs for this particular problem statement. So we will design the automata. So first what I will do, I will just write it. Even 0 and even 1. Next one, even 0 and odd 1. Next possible will be odd 0 and even 1, and the last one will be odd 0 and odd 1. Consider if I having the input, say suppose 0 0 1. Just only this input. So what will be the output? The output is even number of 0 and odd number of 1. Even number of 0 and odd number of 1. Right? So consider 0 0, even 0, even 1. If I add just only 1 in this, so what is the output? The output is even 0, odd 1. So in this state, when I process 1, it should reach to even 0 and odd 1 when I process 1. In this state, what about the 0? So 0 0 1 1, if I have the input as a 0, so what is the output it is getting? The output it is getting odd 0 and even 1. So odd 0 and even 1 by processing 0. Same as apply for the rest of the state. Even 0, odd 1 means what will be the input? Even 0 and odd 1s. If I process input 0 in this state, what output I am getting? I am getting odd number of 0 and odd number of 1. Odd number of 0 and odd number of 1 by processing 0. Same as in this state we have to process again 1 also. So when I process 1, what output I am getting? I am getting even number of 0 and even number of 1. So even number of 0 and even number of 1 when I process 1. What about this state? Odd number of 0 and odd number of 1. So the string is, say suppose 0 and 1. Odd number of 0 and odd number of 1. In this state if I process 0, what exactly I am getting? I am getting even number of 0 and odd number of 1. So even number of 0 and odd number of 1 by processing 0. What about in this state? You have to process 1 also. So 0 1, if I having 1, what I am getting? The output I am getting odd number of 0 and even number of 1. Odd number of 0 and even number of 1 by processing 1. Same as for this state, odd 0 and even 1. Odd 0, even 1. If I process 0, I am getting odd even number of 0, even number of 1. Same as in this state, when I process 1, I am getting odd number of 0 and odd number of 1. So every time you have to check what are the possible outputs, and in this way you can design. And lastly, you can rename this state by Q0 state. This will be the Q1 state, this will be the Q2 state, and this will be the Q3 state. And what is my final state? My final state will be even number of 0 and even number of 1. This will be my final state. Now check any of the input. You can check 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So where I have to reach? I have to reach into the even number of 0 and odd number of 1. So even number of 0 and odd number of 1, I have to remain into this particular state. So by processing in this state, by processing 0, I will reach to this state. Again by processing 1 in this state, Q3 state, I will reach to Q2 state. In Q2 state, by processing 1, again I reach to Q3 state, and in Q3 state by processing 0, I reach to Q0 state, and lastly by processing 1, I reach to Q1 state. Means it's a non-halting state. And if I want to halt into the final state, it should be in this way, the input string. That is, now it's a even number of 0 and even number of 1. So just check it, you come to know that it will going to halt into the Q0 state, that is into the final state. Hello friends, today we will see the next problem statement, that is to design a DFA for a language string that is x which belongs to 0, 1, and what the condition is? The condition is third bit from the right end in the string x is always 1. Means third bit from the right side, it should be 1. So here you can have just only a 2 bit. Say it may be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Means you are going to consider, you are going to focus on the third bit from the right side. This will be just only appears 2 bits only from the right side. And what about here? It may be any combination of 0 and 1, third bit from the right side. So what are the possible outcomes? What are the possible string where the 1 it appears at a position of third? So here are the possible where the third bit 1 it appears, and before 1 it can have the combination of 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So we will design the machine for this DFA, that is third bit from the right end is 1. So I already discussed that I will design one state which having the third bit from the right side as a 1, that is 1, 0, 0. Next 1, 0, 1. Next will be 1, 1, 0, and the last one be 1, 1, 1. Now what are the possible way where the third bit 1 it does not appear? So it may be the state that is 0, 0, 0. Next state will be 0, 0, 1. Next will be 1, 0, 1, 0, and the last will be 0, 1, 1. So these state it will going to appear. These are the state where a third bit from the right side, that is 1, it is appearing. So consider this is my initial state 0, 0, 0, third bit, fine. So that's why I have considered only 3 bits only. When I say 4 bit from the right side, I am going to consider 4 bit. Third bit, my state having input 0, 0, 0. If I have input 0 in this state, where exactly it will going to move? It will going to remain into the same state only. Why? Because third bit, now you are going to consider this third bit from the right side. So here it will be 0 only. Next 0, 0, 0. If I consider 1, if I process 1 in this particular state, Now only 3 bits you are going to consider. In which state I will going to move? I will going to move into the next state by processing 1, that is into a 0 0 1. Now consider this state, that is 0 0 1. In this state, if I process 0, now you are going to consider 3 bit. In which state I am going to move? I am going to move into the state of 0 1 0 by processing 0. Same as in this state, you have to process 1, and by processing 1, where I reach to the state of 0 1 1. So I will reach to this state by processing 1. You are considering only 3 bits, fine. Next one, 0 1 0. 0 1 0. If I process 0, so 3 bits from the right side, in which state it will going to move? It will going to move into the state of 1 0 0. Same as 0 1 0. If I process 1, so it will going to move into the state of 1 0 1. So in this way you are going to complete all the state. Say the next state is 0 1 1. Now if I process 0 in this particular state, 3 bits you are going to consider, that is 1 1 0. So I will reach to the state of 1 1 0 by processing 0. Same as in this state, if I process 1, I will going to reach into the state of 1 1 1. Consider for 1 0 0. So 1 0 0, if I process 0, only 3 bit. So it will going to reach to the next state, that is to a 0 0 0 state by processing 0. What about 1? In this state, if I process 1, so in which state it will going to move? It will going to move in this state. Same as 1 0 1. If I process 0, it will going to move into the state of 0 1 0. Same as if I process 1, so in which state it will going to move? It will going to move into the state of 0 1 1 by processing 1. Same as for 1 1 0. If I having just only 0, in which state I will move 3 bits? I am considering just only the 3 bits. Remember why? Because the problem statement it say 3 bits. By processing 0, I reach to 1 0 0. What about 1 1 0? If I having 1, so I will reach to the state of 1 0 1. Same as for 1 1 1. 1 1 1. If I having 1, 3 bits, so I will remain into the same state. And when I having a 0 in this state, 1 1 1 0, 3 bit, so in which state I will reach? I will reach to the state of 1 1 0. So what is a final state? The final state will be this 4 state. Why? Because it is appearing a 1 in 3rd bit, and this will be my initial state. And now again you can rename this state. You can rename it Q0. This will be Q1. This will be my Q2. This will be my Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6 and Q7. So here 7 state it requires from Q0 to up till Q7 to design the machine, that is 3rd bit from the right side is always